Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And you saw that thumbnail correctly. It is time to use my most hated unit. The unit that I regret ever pulling for, and regret ever seeing his face whenever he comes up in an animation. It's MAID RIMURU time, ladies and gentlemen. But, since we have this side account now that I have revealed to the world, and it happens to have a level 100 MAID RIMURU for some goddamn reason, I figured this would be the account to showcase him in. So we're on the Asia server side, and we're going to go into normal battle, well, boss battle 1, the 5-turn battle, because I've learned through the sweaty tryhards, there is a strategy that you can use MAID RIMURU for, and will actually be successful, and could increase your score, because of his skills. So, because we're unfamiliar with MAID RIMURU, because I never talk about him, let's go over it really quickly. He is a defense growth, he is a single target ult, and, don't worry about the gear on this account I need to work on. His first skill increases all allies' defense by 22% and increases maximum HP by 30%. And since this new Jubilee is scoring you based on your remaining HP, if you increase that cap, you could theoretically increase your score because you now have a higher percentage of which it's pulling from. And then increasing your defense for 3 turns also, means you'll take less damage getting there. And then his second skill is guard power, which we don't have anyone giving guard, so it doesn't really matter. But then increases green damage to the end of battle by 5%, which is, that stacking. That was the whole point of the old wind meta, was to stack 5%, 5%, 5%, and your greens would do a little bit more damage. That's not really important here either. It kind of is because Guy is changing to all greens, but I mean, any extra damage is useful, I guess. But really, we're using him for his first skill only. The strategy is to get all 3 alts with, let's see, the team is Space Rimuru, the Hero, and Velzard. You want all 3 of their alts with all their primary buffs, but you also, at the end of the fight, you want to have max HP and Rimuru's first skill up for the defense and the extra HP, because it will take the score from the HP that you have right as the battle ends. So if you have a higher cap, you will have more points than if you didn't use that skill and you had a lower cap. So we're going to see if this works. I have not tried this out yet, so it will be a learning experience. Maybe it will take a few runs. Maybe it will take 1. Who knows? All I know is that I hate myself for having to use this, because I never thought that I would ever use MAID RIMURU in another video again. And here we are. Now, if we're going to be defensive-oriented, especially with the news that we have a defense stage coming tonight as of recording this, I sadly can see MAID RIMURU stocks going up a little bit, which is going to be painful for me. So let's dive in, and let's see how this goes. I just know the overall strategy. I don't know how the turns are supposed to play out. All I know is I want triple ults. Okay, so we're back many hours later. I recorded my original runs, of which they didn't work out too well because I wasn't quite sure what I was doing with the team and how I was supposed to play the actual stage with this team. So it took many runs, more than I would like to put into a meme compilation of hyperspeed or something. It was too many. And then I left and went to a friend's house and watched some football and came back, and then I got this run while I was just kind of chilling on the couch. Thankfully I recorded. It's not the perfect run. It's not the run that gave me the highest score, but it's a showcase of what generally needs to happen. So, a little bit different team setup than what I had from when I did the intro. I switched Space Rimuru for Wind Millum. That's the only change I made. That's it. So the team is still the same. It's still Valentine MAID RIMURU, Millum, and then in the back is Hero and Velzard. So let's go ahead and start this out. Turn 1, we have Valentine up front for her trait because she gives us extra points, and then we'll swap in Hero and Velzard because we want the AoE ults, right? We want Millum ult, we want Velzard ult, we want the Hero ult. So we're going to use Velzard's Orb Change here. We're going to send 6, sending the hero last because she does the most damage, and it doesn't matter who you hit. And then when we do like 8,000 or something like that. Yeah, 8,400. Okay, so that's pretty good. Turn 2, what you're really looking for if you're trying to run this team is you're looking for a 2-2-2 of each unit, which we do get right here. No, we don't. We get a 3-2-1. So that would be the perfect strat, is if we got a... Oh, crap. Well, I forgot there were some cuts in here. Alright, let's go find the actual run. I'm Okay, it must have been this run. That's what I get for not prepping my videos. Okay. Everything I said still counts. Swapping people in. Double orb changing. God, I'm dumb. Double orb changing. Sending the 6. It's about time for me to go to bed, huh? Alright. Oh, we got a crit there at least, so that's good. We still do like 8,400 or something? 85? 85. Alright. Now, do we get the 2-2-2? I think we got the 2-2-2 here. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so there we go. We got a 2-2-2, and we got enough that we can orb change. So, right here, we're going to use Guy. We're going to give everyone 35% alt gauge. We're going to change those last 2 to greens. We're going to use the Frostbite right now. And then we're going to send the greens. We're going to hold on to the Rewind, because I want to use that when we have all 3 alts. That way we can boost with the crit and Rewind. That way we can send 3 alts, send 3 orbs, or maybe 2 orbs, maybe. And then rewind, and still have the crit. So that's what I'm trying to go for right here. So right now, we're going to take these hits. Alright, hold on. Right, I forgot. I had to split this up into 2 segments, because the recording, it was on my phone and not OBS. So that's why there's this weird cut. Alright, so here, still, we have 3 alts. And now we're going to eventually use the rewind and the crit. So we're boosting the alts with the crit, we're lowering their crit resistance. Velzard's Frostbite is active, so the crit resistance down is even higher than what it would normally be. And then we're going to send the 3 alts and 2 Millim Orbs, so what was that, 11,000? Velzard does 19,000, and the hero does 25. Okay, cool. And then Millim has 2 follow-up attacks, one of which is nerfed. That's fine. But here, we will rewind. And then we will still have the crit active, and then we can use Guy to make an entire 6-card send, and give us some more alt gauge, which will definitely get us the hero's alt again. Not quite anyone else's, though, really unfortunate, but it is what it is. And also, we had just a tiny bit left with no protection gauge, so if we didn't have a nerfed blue last turn, we would have gotten protection gauge this turn, which would have really helped the run out. But we didn't, so again, not the perfect run, but a decent run. So here, we have the hero alt, we have a bunch of Velzard. So now what we're going to do is we're finally going to bring MAID RIMURU in, after I determine who's coming out, and it's going to be Millim, because she has no orbs. So he comes in, we're going to use his defense and HP skill, which will increase the total amount of HP that our units have. It looks like we take the damage. And then we're going to take him out for Valentine, and we're going to heal what we just put onto our units. Makes sense, right? And then we're going to send the Velzard, we're going to hold on to the hero ult, because next turn I want to have enough points where we can boost with Wind Millim's alt buff. And therefore we'll have 2 alts with extra damage. So here, we don't have enough to use the Frostbite again, which is unfortunate, it's run out, but we can still apply Guy's debuff and have an alt boost for 2 alts. Ideally, you'd want to have 6 alts total in this run, like 3 and 3. But here we go, so there's an entire 6-card send, the alts are boosted, and then we're just going to send it. And I believe damage cap here is 500,000 points. Like, 500,000 damage score is like the maximum before you just cap out. And no matter what you do, anything over 500,000 won't get you a higher score. And then it's just HP and stuff. So we get 452 there, so not quite. But if we had that 3rd alt, we might have hit that. So that is the run with MAID RIMURU. He was there to do one thing and one thing only. And he did it. And that's as much as I'm going to use him. Was this clickbait? Details. So 34058 is not the greatest score in the world, but let's see, what is my... Yeah, so I think my highest score on Asia is like 36, so that's the difference between having that alt and that extra protection gauge on that turn that we missed it, versus not. But 34 was still higher than what I had to begin with when I started this day and started this video. So there is the overall strategy using MAID RIMURU. I'm certain I could have done it without him, honestly. We probably could have just used Misery in here or something and someone else, but hey. I said we'd use him, and I used him. All right? Don't yell at me. I don't want to do any more with him than I have to. So that's the run with MAID RIMURU. Yeah, I don't have a good outro for this. Bye, guys.